Hey everybody, it's Lisa. I'm here and I'm on time. I think I got this Facebook thing down. Oh my gosh. Okay, so how is everybody? Where is everybody? Check on in and say hi. Oops, maybe it just started. I was already talking. I just said, hey, we're live. And I'm on time and I did it all by myself. So this is all good. So welcome to Thursday Night Spiritual Tune-Up for the Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley. I'm Lissa Coffey. Happy to be with you here tonight. Where are all my people? Friends, family, chime in. So tonight, I think it was last time I did a talk about the gunas, which are our human tendencies. And I'll just do a little refresh because today's topic is about taming your tendencies and what you can do to keep those tendencies in check, right? Okay, so there's 3 gunas. Let's start with sattva. Sattva is goodness and purity. It's doing the best you can. It's the middle path. It's balance. Okay, it's all those things. Sat actually means goodness. So sattva comes from that. It means truth. So when you're being the best you can be, you're doing your best. You're striving to be good. You're being sattvic. So that's what we're aiming for. If you're doing too much, if you're overactive, if you're impatient, in a hurry, taking on too much, workaholic type of thing, snappy at people, all that kind of stuff, then you are in rajas, the guna rajas, and it's called being rajasic. So it's too much of anything. It's overwhelmed, okay? So that's rajasic. And we don't want to be in that. We'd rather be sattvic. Then if you're in tamas, tamas is too little. It's too heavy. It's too lazy. It's too unmotivated. It's too, couch potato. I don't know what I want, so I'm not even going to try to think about it. I can't handle it. It's dull. It's very dull. So to get out of tamas, we got to get into rajas. You can't just go straight from tamas to sattva. You got to go from tamas to rajas to sattva. And then when you get to sattva, that's when you want to go beyond and be enlightened and know who you are and be in tune, right? And in harmony with nature and like go with the flow type of thing. That's what we really want. So how do we tame our tendencies? Because, you can think about it as we're on this middle path, we're kind of on this balance beam, but it's tugging us to rajas. It's like we want this, we want this, we want this. All these things. So we have to be ambitious. We have to achieve. We have to work hard, Yeah, it's good to work and it's good to work smart and it's good to work for the benefit of people, but you don't want to work hard and wear yourself out. That's not what life is all about. So how do we avoid that temptation? How do we, get away from that distraction that keeps us away from the goodness? And on the other hand, how do we stop from being so lazy? I mean, talk about distractions. Look at all the different options we have now for TV with Netflix and Hulu and HBO Max and all the networks. And I mean, we could literally be sitting on the couch all day, every day, just sitting there eating chips and ice cream and being hypnotized by all this stuff, right? We don't want that either. We don't want to be unmotivated and think that, oh, it's good to relax, Well, it is, but not all the time, right? You have to have balance. You have to have balance, and that's what sattva is all about, balance. So how do we maintain that balance, and then how do we go beyond? So I've got some got some ideas for you here. Okay, the first thing is we want to train ourselves to respond to these gunas, to respond to stresses, to respond to challenges in an intelligent and effective manner. When we react, that's when we get in more into the opposites of gunas, right? So we might, if we react really angry, that might be, we're getting into rajas right now. Or if we react very fearful or running away from it, that's more tamasic. We want to approach whatever problem we're having with a good, intelligent response that will end up being productive for us and that will help us grow spiritually, okay? So that's what we want to aim for. How do we do this? Through practices and rituals. So we've talked a lot about meditation. Yes, meditation is, of course, one of the most important practices. It's just this, it's not even a break in the day. It's how you start your day and it's how you kind of end your work day. And it's just, it's time, but it's also space. It's like brain space where you just have silence. And of course, you can't stop your thoughts, but you can quiet your thoughts. You can slow down your thoughts. You can breathe. And this practice helps to get you more centered and more grounded. So that's the first practice that we can do. The second practice we can do is called japa, and that's repetition of the mantra. So you can choose your own mantra, whatever it is. It can be something like, I got this, or joy is in me, or we're all connected, or whatever it is, something that is going to take you to a place where you feel centered and grounded and connected to the divine. It's a reminder to you of who you are, okay? So many times, depending upon the tradition, you can repeat the name of God. So you can do Om Namah Shivaya. If you're a big Shiva fan, you could do Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you're a Krishna fan, that's the Krishna Maha Mantra, it's called. And I've got it as a music video that Vishwan Barshet sings with Venu Bano, my goddaughter, and they do such a good job. So if you go to youtube.com/coffee talk and find the Maha Mantra, you can sing along with it. It's beautiful. It just uplifts me every single time. I love it so much. Okay, there's that. The third practice is called discernment. This is looking at the difference between what is real and what is not real. So what we know to be real, this earth, this microphone, this computer, this body, this kurta, this hair, this glasses, that's what we think is real. But that's not what's real. When you're on the spiritual path, you learn that what's real lasts. And none of these things in life lasts. They have a lifeline. They come from who knows where. Like the computer comes from a bunch of parts, which come from a bunch of plastic or a bunch of metal or whatever. And then it's formed into this computer. And then it's going to live for so long and serve us for so long. And then it's going to get outdated and they're going to have so many software updates. And then the screen might break and it's going to end up in a landfill. And eventually all this will go back to the earth, right? I think the body of the computer probably is going to outlast the human body when it comes to being in the landfill. We need to be more careful about that kind of stuff. But anyhow, so it's discerning what is real and what is not real. So it's not like saying, oh, I want that computer. I want that computer. I want that computer. Why? Okay, if you have a computer, do you need a better computer? If you have a computer, do you need another computer? Why do you want this computer? How is it going to help you, right? What is it going to do for you? So there may be reasons for work and stuff that you would like to have it, but do you need it, need it, need it? No. Is it that important to you? If it's like having that bliss within you or having a computer, what would you choose? So it's understanding what's important in life. It's understanding that what is real lasts, and what is real is essential to our human nature. Okay, so only God is real, only love is real. Bill Rotella has a song, Only Love is Real. And it's true, because a lot of people equate God with love. There's a lot of great arguments for that. In Vedanta, it's Sat Chit Ananda. Existence, consciousness, bliss. That sounds a lot like love to me, So only God is real, only love is real. That's where our attention should be. That's where our priority should be, is on feeling that love, on connecting to the divine. Okay, the next practice is called inquiry, which is asking yourself questions. And the big question is, who am I? Who am I? And you just keep asking it over and over again. And, as you evolve in spiritual life, you get different answers. And, the answer we want to get is that you are me and I am you and we are all one, and there's all this connection. We're all the same, and it's all energy. It's all love. It's all, something that never dies. So you understand, I am not this body. I am not this mind. You are what continues over time. Krishna tells us that in chapter 2 of the Gita. That's very important. It's probably, one of the most important things he teaches, and one of the most important things for us to learn in this life is that's not who you are. This ego-driven meat suit is not who you are. You are something much more, much greater than that. There's also something called Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. This is a practice. It's hearing things, letting them soak in, thinking about things, and then taking that, what you learned from it, out into our daily lives, incorporating it into our daily lives. And this is a very Vedanta practice. So, for example, you come to the Sunday talks at the Center for Spiritual Living, you hear some great things. Now, you don't just leave and forget about it. Instead, maybe you go home and you take notes, or you look up some further research on that, or you think about it and meditate on it, so that you're kind of soaking up, you're kind of marinating in the wisdom, so that you can move forward and it actually helps your life. And by bringing that into your everyday life, it shows spiritual growth, that you have learned something. You have indeed learned something. Okay, and the last one I have for you is hit the pause button. This is a practice, a ritual that you could say it a million different ways probably. People say stop and count to 10. Okay, yeah, stop and count to 10. Or stop and take 3 breaths. Stop and rest. Stop and it's just pause. It's just pausing for a second instead of just reacting. Okay? Stop and say the mantra. Stop and, look at your options before making a response. And that, in that way, you can get to that sattvic place before you say anything, before you do anything. And chances are it'll be a much happier outcome for everybody. Okay? All right. Our pause button is like, accessing our inner GPS. We can go think about, okay, well, when I was in this situation before, I did this and that didn't work out so well. Or when I was in this situation before, I did that and it was kind of good, but maybe if I do this other thing, it's just accessing, it's giving us some direction of what is the true course we should take. What feels good, in that pause, tune into your body and think of the options and think, oh, that doesn't feel right. Maybe, and then you think of something else and it's like, yes, I'm comfortable with that. So that's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to move forward. Okay. Okay. So when we find that middle path, the sattvic thing, the sattvic way, then we can rise above that, become enlightened, learn that when we can be sattvic more often than not, it really truly is our own human nature. And when we don't have so many challenges and things to worry about and stresses that we create for ourselves, we can rise above the gunas. It's easier to rise above the gunas because we don't have to redo things. We don't have to apologize for things. We don't have to fix things. We just accept and love and go with, have gratitude for everything that comes our way, everything that has been given to us, even the challenges. But it's true. Everything is given to us, comes our way, we accept for our spiritual growth. That is our priority in this life, to get enlightened. In every life, it's our priority until we actually do get enlightened and we don't have to come back and we don't have to suffer. We get off the merry-go-rounds. Okay? All right. One thing I want to tell you guys about. Coming up, April 9th. This is a Saturday from 9:30 to 4:30 Pacific time, California time, where I'm at. Omni Awareness. Om Non-Dual Infinite Awareness, and you can check it out at omniawareness.org. And I'm a part of it. I'm on the board, and I'll be doing my hosting thing. And because you know me, I'm not shy. I'm happy to see you guys and welcome you into our group. We are having it one day, all day, online retreat. So wherever you are in the world, you can join us. The fee is only $36 per person, but if you're 2 people or more on one screen, you can sign up for $25 each, which is great. We have with us Swami Ishatmananda, who is the head of the Chicago Vedanta Society. He's amazing. He is so wise, and he's going to bring us some very great insights about the Ramakrishna's non-duality. So when I say non-dual, that's not two, okay? And it's more comprehensive than saying one. Because if there's one, there has to be another one, and there has to be another one, right? Non-dual means no two, no separation. So non-duality in Advaita, which means no, not two, non-dual, Vedanta is a very important concept, and it's fascinating. So in the morning, Swami Ishatmananda is going to talk about the non-dual teachings of Ramakrishna. In the afternoon, Pravrajika Vrajaprana is going to be talking about the non-dual teachings of Swami Vivekananda, who's one of the greatest spiritual teachers who's ever come to the U.S. from India. And he's just awesome. So it's going to be a really good day. I hope you will join us. To register, to get the schedule, to get all the information about what's happening, go to omniawareness.org, and it's coming up on Saturday, April 9th. So sign up. I would love to see you there. It's going to be awesome. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Love you much. And we'll see you next time.